Hello everybody. I've come down to the beach because it's a glorious day to do a beach reading. And you're not going to see me, I'm behind the camera, but I've got a couple of decks of oracle cards and I'll put the details in the show notes. And I live on a stony beach made out of lots of seashells. There is sand, clayish sand, but of course it is flint where I live in the south of England. It's a very hot day. You will hear people out on the beach, out on the water, and maybe walking past. But first of all, I would like you to imagine tree coral growing out of your feet and down past your hips and knees, downwards and downwards and downwards, pushing through the flint and the soil deeper and deeper into the crystal and mineral veins of the inner earth. And as those root in, you absorb the energy of those particular colours you've been seeing. And I want you to take a breath in and breathe out any unwanted, stagnant energy away into the abalone shell. And then taking another breath in from the sky element, breathing out any unwanted anxieties. Another breath in from the Sophiel, the water element behind me as the tide goes out, to release emotions. And then finally a breath in from the sun above us, and breathing out any anger and frustration towards the sun. So before we start, I'm going to start by drawing the Nautilus shell into you. North, east, south and west. And we bring that energy and push it into you. And here is a fossil of one, just to bring that energy in. And I'd like you to imagine an oceanic dragon slithering out of the ocean onto the beach. And this is my particular dragon, and he will breathe the colours of this shell, the oceanic rainbows around you, creating a ball of protective energy. The colours of white, of pink coral, of iridescent blue, of aquamarine, and of silver and of gold, completely surrounding you from above your head to below your feet. And of course, this Nautilus shell bringing balance to every aspect. This is a fossil that has been crystallized in the eons of time that it's spent below the surface, to be brought up into this age, for us to enjoy its healing properties of Fibonacci. And if you are struggling to ground, this caught my eye because the quartz glinted out at me, and there have been creatures boring through it. Not every stone you see with a hole in is water made. There are a lot of creatures who actually dig into these. But we can see the bones of some kind of animal within this as it all compresses together. and flattens. And with the eons of time, earthquakes, polar shifts, they get shaken up to the surface from the billions of years that has created our planet. Okay. So I'm going to take my first deck of cards, and we are just going to start by doing some shuffling. And these are called saltwater spirit cards, and they're out of not Africa, they're out of Australia by Prism and Fleur, and you can find them over on Instagram. Beautiful cards, shimmering oceanic rainbow colours to you. And I want you just to blow on them. So we're going to pick one of these to work with. Let's see who wants to come and play. Oh, right near the bottom. Okay. Okay. Reconnection of the self. You are in the vibration of self-acceptance, just as you truly are. And a beautiful reflection, enjoying her energies. And look, there's the eye, the all-seeing eye, protecting her. And as she sits, she places her hand on her heart. So I want you to take your consciousness down to your heart chakra, and actually we're going to clean it. I have one of my limpet shells that I use to clean energy. I'm just going to shift my position on these stones. And first of all, I'm going to draw the Oceanic Reiki symbol of the true heart cockle, which is a shell that sailors gave their sweethearts. Pushing that into you now, activating it with a double chakra ray. And then we start pulling out and siphoning off some of this putting down of yourself. Feel a limpet just sucking that out of you. Stop self-sabotaging. I can't, I won't. I don't think I can. You need to change those too. I think I can. I know I can. I will. I am going to. Just pulling that away out of you, brushing it. Now these abalones, this one here, works on a vortex spiral, so it works in an anti-clockwise motion. And just clearing the worst off with this limpet. I'm just going to pop that there, it's probably going to fly around. I'm going to draw the abalone symbol into you. Earth, air, fire, water, spirit. And I want you to use the color therapy, the pearl essence, the love. And this shell is actually aligned to the heart because it has 4 vent holes, symbolizing the 4th chakra in the body. And as well as cleansing out, if I pull away, you can feel that. The last little bits that the limpet missed, we can also shine the light back in. Feel those beautiful light codes coming in from the seashells. Those pinks and those greens in particular are showing here as we sit on the beach. If I turn it around, just leave that there. Helping you with the reconciliation of the self. You know, maybe it is that you've got one side of you that says, yeah, hey, great, I've got the confidence, I've got this, and you have the other side that has the doubts. I want you to just visualize two of you merging together. They don't have to totally be symmetrical. One can overlap the other one a little bit, but try and remember that you are in the vibration of self-acceptance, just as you truly are. You know, we all have things we don't like about ourselves. So let's just shuffle these again a little bit and we'll pull another one out. Tune into the waves behind me. Little planes going overhead. Blow on the cards again. And we'll pick another one. We mentioned dragons, and this is the dragon seahorse, bringing into balance the divine masculine and feminine aspects of the self. So that kind of goes with the first card, doesn't it? The self-acceptance, the two parts that we spoke of. We all have the divine masculine and feminine within us. Somewhere, and it doesn't have to be that you identify as one or the other. It can just be that one day you feel a little bit more yin, and the day after you might feel a little bit more yang. Maybe a little bit quieter on a yin day and a bit more self-assured on a masculine day. And sometimes we are neither, are we? We feel just as we are and we can't tell. We're just middle of the road. But of course these dragon seahorses and the oceanic dragons can help do the cleansing. And especially in regards to the seahorse, it is the male that does all the babysitting. It is the male who carries the eggs. Just showing that it's all right to be a little bit different. In fact, revel in being a little bit different. You are you. You are special. However you identify. And in this new dawning age, it is becoming a lot more accepted, and people are trying to understand, even if they get it wrong, the phrasing, the terminology. take a breath in and release, and just imagine that lovely dragon seahorse sort of bumbling along in the water, down in the sea grasses out behind me. They sort of swim a bit like that, don't they? Okay, now we're going to take the other deck, and I cannot remember what this is called. My book is at home. Another new deck that has come out on Amazon, and again I will put the name of everything in the show notes. And these are more affirmations. Very beautiful deck, and we'll pick one out for each card. So again, blow your energy into the deck, and I'm going to ask, what does everybody need? Aha, looks like my beach here. Resilient. May your soul weather the storms. The storms of beating yourself up, and then the quiet after of the self-acceptance. The storms of being out of balance, and the calm afterwards of either bringing yourself back into balance or realizing it's all right to be out of balance. I do apologize about the noise. Nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. Blowing it again. Clear. May you see things as they are. That self-acceptance, that being resilient. You've weathered so many storms in your life, but there's always a clear spell afterwards, when the water becomes clear and still and you can see the bottom. So I want you now just to take that breath in. And I'm just going to just ruffle some stones. Oops, it's windy now. Just shake these stones, just feel everything being jiggled around and shaken out of you. And we can have a little look at these. We can have some sandy brown ones. Look at the different layers. Chalk there. And these will have been broken over time, these pieces of flint. They were tumbled in along the English Channel. All of the different colours, the sandstone and the sediments, and patterns upon them. See that really dark flint, and the flint from this part of the world is of such good quality that they found hand tools in Israel from this land of Albion. A nice smooth pebble there. The geologists will be able to pick out what they are better than I can. And that is just so smooth. And it's a diamond shape, and you are a living diamond. Don't ever forget that. You're special and you are tough like a diamond, even if you don't feel that you are. Okay, let's bring this to a close. I'm just going to show you some of the shells around here. These are Atlantic slipper shells, and these form communities. The bottom will be a female, and then up to 10 males will form chains, and then when the female dies, the one underneath will change sex. So there's a little bit of interest. I can't see any whelks here. No. Well, we have oysters as well. We do get the oysters that wash up, and the clams. Okay, but for now, let's just bring our focus back to this grounding stone. Take a breath in and feel those roots growing down your body. Downwards and downwards and downwards until they root in to the crystal. There's the crystal, the quartz, crystal and mineral pools of the inner earth. Take a breath out and relax. Thank you for watching, and I will see you another time.